Dash cam video captures the terrifying moment an Arkansas state trooper is shot and hit in the chest after being a target of road rage. Across the nation and even here in the natural state, the number of road rage cases involving a gun has skyrocketed. In 2021, Arkansas State Police investigated 26 cases in which someone was shot or shot at. Of those, 2 people were killed. So far this year, there have been 31 cases, the latest case happening just this past Friday. And the average driver isn't the only victim. Law enforcement is also being targeted.
I've been doing this, Kevin, for 46 years, almost 47, and this is the worst I've seen in my career of violence against law enforcement.
Since May of last year, 7 state troopers have been victims of a road rage shooting, including State Trooper Spencer Morris. Tonight, we have exclusive dash cam video capturing the moment he was shot. What you're about to see and hear is exactly what happened on December 16th of 2021. The information coming directly from a 2,000-page case file conducted by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. That includes photographs and sworn testimonies. Tonight, in this Fox 16 exclusive, a closer look at what happened and the dangers state troopers can face at any time. December 16th of last year is a day Arkansas trooper Spencer Morris can't erase from his memory.
I've been thinking about my dad that day because it was his birthday, and we had plans that night to go out, and our family was going to be together.
Those plans put on hold when he hears radio traffic about a chase involving U.S. Marshals and a wanted fugitive. He immediately responds.
I'd like to know more information about the reason for stop, exactly.
Heading east toward Memphis on Interstate 40, Trooper Morris considers taking 7th Street, but sees the suspect's vehicle on the service road fly right by him. He veers back onto the interstate and falls behind U.S. Marshals, who are leading the chase in a black, unmarked SUV.
Stay behind him for support in case he stops right now.
Keep in mind, Trooper Morris still doesn't know who the suspect is or why he's being chased. But dispatch finally relays him the information with specific instructions.
He's got felony warrants out of every state. If we get an opportunity to end it, go ahead and end it.
Simply put, if you get a chance to safely and intentionally force the suspect's car to spin out, then do it. Because Trooper Morris is the only law enforcement officer in a marked car, he's instructed to take the lead. He hits the gas and races after the suspect. He crosses the Interstate 55 bridge and heads south towards Jackson, Mississippi. As he approaches McLemore Avenue, Trooper Morris passes the suspect's car in the right lane. As soon as he realizes that, he backs off the gas and forces the suspect to take the exit, unaware of what's about to happen next. At least 8 shots are fired. One of the bullets hits Trooper Morris in the chest.
10-16 en route, all units 10-19.
But somehow, he continues after the suspect. He grabs his rifle, lays it on the dashboard, and when it's clear, fires through his windshield. He hits both the driver and passenger, killing them both. The suspect's car slows down and rolls to a stop.
I need to know whether he's hit or not. Did you say he's hit? I'm hit in the chest. My vest stopped it, I think. I'm good. I returned fire.
Other units quickly arrive and secure the scene. Trooper Morris is immediately taken to a hospital. And as he removes his uniform, the bullet that hit his vest falls to the ground. On August 15th of this year, the Shelby County District Attorney's Office in Memphis, Tennessee, released its findings after conducting a thorough and exhaustive investigation. They said, and I quote, "As Trooper Morris told TBI investigators, there was no doubt in his mind that the suspect was trying to kill him and that other officers and the traveling public would be placed in further danger if the suspects managed to get back on the interstate." It goes on to say, "It is my opinion that no criminal charges can be placed against the officer with any reasonable chance for conviction by a jury." It's also worth noting that in March and April of this year, Trooper Morris was selected as the National Trooper of the Year, twice by 2 different organizations. He was also awarded the State Trooper of the Year and given the State Police Medal of Valor.
My girlfriend just got shot on the freeway, getting off the freeway. I need y'all help.
He shot at us. He was still inside of his car. He was in a U-Haul truck.
Road rage. It's a nationwide problem that is getting worse every year, including here in the Natural State. And we're not talking about people who tailgate, yell obscenities, or honk their horns. Tonight, and only on Fox 16, we're talking about people who pull out guns and, in some cases, use them.
So 5 minutes ago, this happened, and you're not hurt. Nobody else is hurt.
No, we're not.
Okay, so do you recall where this happened now? The shooting happened?
What happened in downtown Little Rock on February 4th of last year is something Serenity Coleman and her boyfriend will never forget.
We were driving. The light was green. We were going through. Next thing you know, a car hits my car. And it hits it from the front kind of, and then it kept driving. Parts of her brand new Ford Focus littered 6th and Main Street. I didn't get a chance to look at their license plate, so I followed behind them to be able to get it. Then, just a few blocks later, he shot at us. He was still inside of his car. He was in a U-Haul truck. The window was still rolled up, so when he shot, he broke his window. I still have a bullet in my car, and I have a graze at the top of my car from the bullet. Reports of road rage involving a gun are on the rise across the nation. Between 2016 and 2019, an average of 22 people were shot and killed or wounded in road rage shootings each month. In 2020, that number jumped to 34. And in 2021, it jumped again to 44.
We've seen a dramatic increase.
Colonel Bill Bryant is the director of Arkansas State Police and says reported cases of road rage are the worst he's ever seen.
I monitor the radio every day from my office, and I can hear the calls. We get 1 or 2 a day road rages with weapons, but the ones where actually shots were fired, it's alarming.
In 2021, Arkansas State Police worked 26 cases in which motorists were shot at. Of those, 5 were injured, 2 others killed. As of October 9th of this year, 30 cases of terroristic threats and aggravated assaults on drivers are now being investigated. And of those, 4 people suffered injuries.
911.
My girlfriend just got shot on the freeway, getting off the freeway. I need y'all help.
On September 8th of this year, 20-year-old Kenya Mitchell and her 2-year-old son were both shot while driving on Interstate 430 near Stagecoach Road in Little Rock. Her boyfriend was driving and immediately called 911.
Baby, stay up. Baby, please stay up. Open your eyes, man. Stop closing your eyes, girl. I'm closing your eyes.
Somebody get me in funny.
Both survived, but the person who pulled the trigger is still out there.
It's gotten to be a pretty common occurrence.
A common occurrence that Major Forrest Marks with ASP says can't be fixed overnight. There's no real way to pinpoint what's causing this, is there?
I don't think there's one singular thing that you can put your finger on and say this is the causation of this problem.
Leaving motorists like Serenity. That had to have been a frightening experience.
Yeah, it really was.
To learn the hard way, a life-saving lesson, when and if she's ever caught in a similar situation down the road.
I guess now I know not to follow behind somebody to get their license plate. I did not think that would happen.
The state police is doing all it can to cut down on road rage. They're using low-profile vehicles that don't have that familiar white and blue markings so they can blend in with traffic and catch suspects faster. They've also purchased more than 24 black Chevy Tahoes, which allow them to see better into a car to try and prevent distracted driving. As for what you can do when and if you find yourself in a case of road rage, State Police suggest the following. If it's an emergency, you should immediately call 911. Do not engage with the other driver. Instead, pull over to a well-lit public area. And if by chance it's not an emergency, you can always call Star ASP, which will put you directly in contact with their communication center. Bottom line here is be patient, stay calm, and whatever you do, do not engage, which for some drivers is easier said than done.